Part 12. The next morning, everything felt too calm. After the assassination attack and the chaos of the night before, Cedric had insisted her father and brother remain under his protection until further notice. She wanted to argue. She didn't want him involved, didn't want to owe him, but she stayed quiet. Because right now, there was something more important. She had to inform the Empress. Cedric followed her all the way to the palace, but stopped before the inner chambers. He leaned casually against a pillar. "I'll wait here." Liz narrowed her eyes. "Really? Why?" He smiled. "Go do your job, princess." She scoffed and turned away. Inside the Empress chamber, the Empress was already awake. Liz stepped in and bowed. "Greetings, Your Majesty." The Empress turned and waved the maids away. The door shut. Then, smack! She hit Liz's head. "Why did you leave without the knights?" The Empress snapped. "Are you crazy?" Liz rubbed her head, smiling sheepishly. "I'm sorry, Your Majesty, I just didn't." "Whatever." The Empress cut in, annoyed. "You don't trust them." "I know." She turned sharply. "But you still need protection. What if you got kidnapped again?" Her voice dropped slightly. "I even thought you ran away." Liz froze. "She thought I ran away." Her expression softened. She smiled gently. "Sorry, Your Majesty. It won't happen again." Then teasing, "Did you miss me?" The Empress turned immediately. "Shut it," Liz chuckled. The Empress turned away, regaining her composure. "Today is the day." Liz blinked. "Today?" The Empress smirked. "Yeah, I have a meeting with the council this morning." She tapped the stack of documents. "With the evidence we gathered, I can finally lock him and his accomplices up." Liz smiled. "Yeah, finally." But then she remembered. Should I tell her? I mean, this is not the right time, right? The Empress paused. "What's the matter?" Liz quickly straightened. "Nothing." The Empress narrowed her eyes. "Don't lie to me. You have that face." "What face?" Liz asked. "You're not smiling foolishly." "So talk, Liz." Liz groaned. She looked down. "We were ambushed." The Empress's expression changed instantly. Liz explained everything. The house hunting, the strange men, returning home, the attack. The Empress stepped forward and grabbed her face. "Are you all right? Did they hurt you?" Liz smiled softly. "No, I'm fine. Luckily." Knight Cedric was there. The Empress frowned. "Knight Cedric? Who?" Liz froze. "I thought you didn't leave without a knight." "Sir Rowan and Sir Blake," the Empress said. "They were with me the entire time." Liz's eyes widened. "What? Then he lied? Just to follow me?" She forced a laugh. "Ah, yes. The captain of the 3rd Division was just around during patrol, so he helped." She lied smoothly, because the last thing she needed right now was the Empress close to Cedric, or her punishing him. That would only make his hatred for her grow. The Empress relaxed slightly. "I see." She nodded. "Then I'll reward him, and we'll find a better place for your family. With proper night protection this time." Liz bowed deeply. "Thank you, Your Majesty." "You're too kind." The Empress turned away quickly. "No, it's because of me you're in this situation." "Don't thank me." Liz stepped closer. "You're..." She turned, changing the subject. "Pick a dress. I have a meeting to attend." A council hall. The atmosphere was heavy, cold, sharp. The Empress sat at the head of the hall. Liz stood outside the doors. No maids allowed inside. She leaned against the wall. She must be nervous, right? Her thoughts drifted to everything that had happened, to her family, to the danger she brought into their lives. Is this really worth it? Then, Cedric. Can't believe he lied. Her thoughts shifted. But what if? What if I change the story? If the Empress wins? If her uncle is removed? Then maybe Cedric could get his title back, his family restored, his hatred reduced. Maybe she could save both sides. Maybe she could fix everything. Save the Empire. The doors suddenly burst open. Knights dragged out nobles, counts, barons, officials, shouting, begging, "Your Majesty, please. We were wrong. Mercy." Liz straightened. Her heart pounded. The Empress walked out. Calm, composed, untouchable. But Liz could see it. The tension in her shoulders. The tightness in her expression. Something went wrong. Then, a hand landed on the Empress's shoulder. Her uncle. "The Duke. Well done, my dear niece," he said smoothly. "We'll eliminate all those who threaten the Empire." His tone was warm, but his eyes were not. "How dare they commit such crimes under your rule?" The Empress smiled. Controlled. "Perfect. Thank you, uncle." She gently removed his hand and walked away. Liz followed quickly. "Your Majesty." No response. The Empress didn't even look back. The butler gave Liz a small signal. "Don't follow." But Liz didn't listen. The Empress slammed the door on their faces. Liz turned to the butler. "What happened?" The butler sighed. He was part of the team. Part of their plan to get rid of the Empress uncle. He was personally in charge of screening the servant and knight to make sure no harm comes to the Empress. "The Duke was one step ahead of us," he said. Liz's heart dropped. "What do you mean?" "Before Her Majesty could present the accusations," he said quietly, "the Duke presented evidence against Count Armin and Baron Leto for the crime he committed. Besides, we didn't have witnesses, but he did." "Fake witnesses." Liz froze. "What?" "That means he knew," she whispered. The butler nodded. "Yes." From inside the room. Crash. Something shattered. Liz flinched. No, this can't be happening. We were careful." "How did he find out?" "He really is the villain." The butler placed a hand on her shoulder. "Be careful. The Duke is not a man you can fight. Take the day off." Liz placed a hand on his shoulder. "Give me the keys." "What?" The butler frowned. "The keys to her chamber." Moments later, Liz pushed the door open. The room was a mess. Shattered glass, broken furniture, scattered papers. And in the middle, the Empress, sitting on the floor, silent. "Your Majesty?" Liz called softly. "Get out." Liz stepped forward. "Are you all right?" A vase flew past her. "I said get out." The Empress stood abruptly. Her eyes were red, furious, shaking. "How dare you defy me, pest?" "Just because we are working together doesn't mean you can cross the line. I am your Empress." She pointed the sharp edge at her. "I order you to leave. I don't want to see you ever again." Liz didn't move. Her heart was pounding, but her feet stayed planted. "Yes, you are my Empress, but you're also my friend." The Empress froze. "That's why I'm here. That's why I won't leave. That's why. We need each other." The Empress laughed bitterly. "Friend? You fool. You don't even know me." Liz stepped closer again. Her voice softened. "And yet, I risk everything for you." The Empress's laughter stopped. "Why?" she whispered. Liz hesitated. Then, memories of her last life flooded her mind. A broken home, a drunk mother, men coming and going, being left alone, working, studying, starving, living without warmth, without her parents, without anyone, and dying trying. She swallowed. "I don't know, maybe because I see myself in you." The Empress looked at her, confused, vulnerable. Liz reached out and moved her hand. "I know what it feels like. To be controlled, to grow up without the people who should protect you, to become someone strong, because you had no choice." She took the glass gently. "But that's not a reason to push everyone away, to hurt yourself, to carry everything alone." Her voice trembled. "We can still fix this. Today didn't go as planned, but we can fight back, be stronger, together." tear rolled down the empress' cheek. Her voice broke. I'm sorry. She dropped to her knees and cried. Liz pulled her into a hug immediately. It's okay. It's okay. She held her tightly. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out. But as she said those words, her eyes wavered. Because deep down, she didn't know if it was true. After settling the empress to sleep, after cleaning the shattered glass, Liz finally returned to her chamber. After changing, she locked the door. Silence. For the first time that day, she was alone. She sat on the edge of her bed, staring blankly. What do we do next? The Duke was ahead of them. The council failed. The Empress was barely holding herself together. Her family was in danger. Everything was falling apart. She lay down slowly, closed her eyes. Then, she felt something move behind her on the window. Her eyes snapped open. Her body went still. Slowly, carefully, her hand slid under her pillow, gripping the knife she had taken from the kitchen. The shadow moved closer. 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 She struck. Her wrist was caught mid-air. Woe easy, princess. Cedric. Liz yanked her hand back immediately. What are you doing here? She asked. Cedric tilted his head slightly, almost amused. I must say, you've got some moves, princess. She turned away. Please leave, Liz said coldly. Leave my room. Cedric stepped closer. And why should I? Liz crossed her arms, anger rising. Let's start with the fact that you snuck into an unmarried lady's room. Second, her eyes hardened. You're a liar. Cedric's expression shifted. You followed me home. You lied about being assigned by the Empress. Was this all a game to you? He stepped closer. Never. I'm sorry. Don't come near me, Liz snapped. He stopped. Liz inhaled slowly, steadying herself. I appreciate what you did. For me and my family, her voice turned distant. The Empress will handle our protection from now on. Elizabeth, he started. She froze. That was the first time he said her name like that. Not princess, not teasing. Real, serious. It's not what you think, but she didn't let it reach her. This man is dangerous. She forced her voice colder. Knight Cedric, I advise you to leave right now, before I raise an alarm, and never come near me again. Silence. Then, why? His voice was quiet. Too quiet. Why are you scared of me? His fingers tightened. Why do you push me away? You don't have a problem talking to others. He took a small step forward. Why me? Liz stepped backward, forcing herself, forcing the words, the lies. Because I don't like you. Her chest tightened, but she continued. You're always around me, and it makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. She saw it. For a split second, the pain in his eyes. Subtle, but real. Cedric exhaled slowly. I see. A small smile appeared, but it didn't reach his eyes. I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable. He stepped back. I'll respect your wishes. He turned toward the window. Good night, Elizabeth. The room fell silent again. Liz stood there, still, frozen. Then, her legs gave out. She dropped to the floor. Why did I do that? Tears rolled down her cheeks. Why am I crying? She pressed her hand to her chest. Stop. Why does it hurt? No, I don't like him. He's dangerous. I did the right thing. She stood up shakily, locked the window, then hesitated and peeked outside. He was gone. She climbed into bed, closed her eyes, but sleep never came. The very next day, Liz buried herself in work. If she didn't think, she wouldn't feel. Her focus now was clear. The Empress. They needed to rebuild her image. Not the feared Empress, but a ruler the people could trust. Meanwhile, her family was safe, far away, protected. That was all that mattered. And Cedric didn't come near her again. Not once. But sometimes, when she passed the training grounds or delivered supplies, she could feel it. A gaze. Watching her. She would turn, but no one was there. One of the first steps to change the Empress's image was to face the people. The Grand Hall felt different today. Not filled with nobles or scheming officials, but with citizens, commoners, voices that were usually ignored. At the head sat the Empress. Straight posture, calm face. But Liz, standing just behind her, could see it. The slight tension in her fingers. The way she held the armrest just a little too tight. She's nervous. Liz softened. But she's doing well. Knights lined the hall. More than usual. For order. For protection. And among them, Cedric. Standing with the others. Expression unreadable. Liz's eyes lingered on him for a second. Then she quickly looked away. Next case, a woman stepped forward. Clothes worn. Eyes tired. 4 children clinging to her dress. She spoke about her late husband-brother trying to take their lands. And how they've nowhere to go. Documents were presented. Witnesses called. The royal official read everything carefully before passing it to the Empress. Silence filled the hall. The Empress glanced at the papers. Then at the woman. Ownership of the land. Her voice steady. Belongs to the wife. The woman gasped. Tears falling instantly. The brother will be fined for unlawful claim, the Empress continued. And additional funds will be provided to support the family. The hall murmured. Liz smiled slightly. She did it. Case after case followed. Disputes. Theft. False accusations. Corruption. And with each one, the Empress judged. Calm. Sharp. Fair. Liz watched her closely. Not as the villainess from the story, but as a ruler. A person. She's really trying. But still, something felt off. A small unease settled in her. She glanced around. Knights positioned. Officials focused. People lined up. Everything looked normal. Too normal. Her eyes moved again. Slower this time. Observing. Cedric. Still there. Talking to his subordinates. He turned and their eyes almost met. But Liz looked away first. Focus. Next, another person stepped forward. A man. Average build. Head slightly lowered. Nothing special. But Liz's brows furrowed. Something feels off. He walked closer. Step by step. Calm. Too calm. Her gaze dropped to his hands. One hand, hidden inside his sleeve. The other, holding something. Thin. Long. Liz's heartbeat picked up. What is that? The object shifted slightly. Not a flute. Not a scroll. A tube. Her eyes widened. No! Then she saw it. The other hand. A small needle. Cold realization hit her instantly. Poison needle. Her head snapped toward the Empress. No time. No warning. You're Maya's. A sharp sound cut through the air. Everything slowed. Liz moved. Without thinking, she grabbed the Empress, pulled her back to the floor. Cedric shouted, his face full of worry. Elizabeth. Liz turned towards the knight. Protect Her Majesty. The Empress moved. Confused. What just? Her eyes widened. Liz? Blood, slowly trailing down from her lips. Liz blinked. For a second, she didn't feel anything. She touched her lips. Then, oh, a small, shaky smile. Guess, I got hit. Behind them, chaos exploded. Seize him. Knights rushed forward. The man tried to flee, but was tackled instantly. Cedric moved faster than anyone. Elizabeth. Liz turned slightly, his figure rushing toward her, faster than she had ever seen. His eyes, different, sharp, bright, almost glowing, strange. She swayed weakly. The Empress held her. Liz, look at me. Liz's body gave out. Cedric caught her before she hit the ground. Call the royal physician. The Empress shouted, voice shaking, breaking. Cedric lifted her instantly. Careful, but urgent. Stay with me, his voice low, tight. Liz held on to him weakly. Why? Are you doing this? He didn't answer. His jaw clenched, eyes forward. Cold. Don't talk, she smiled faintly. You know, you're more cool when you don't smile. His grip tightened. Elizabeth, a warning. Her vision blurred. Voices faded. The Empress shouting. Knights running. Doors opening. She felt herself placed on a bed. Hands everywhere. Voices overlapping. Cedric's voice, closest, to the physician. She's burning up, hurry. The physician checked her. Liz reached for him again. Weak, shaking. Please listen to me. Take care of my dad and brother. His expression cracked. He leaned closer. Shut up. Nothing is going to happen to you. The Empress stormed inside. Liz, what is wrong with her? She asked the physician. Poison, atrip poison. They froze. No. The Empress moved to Liz, who was barely holding on. Stay with me. We're going to find an antidote, okay? Her eyes slowly closing. I'm sorry. A whisper. Barely there. Her eyes closed. They say, when you're about to die, your life flashes before your eyes. But this is my second life. I'm glad I had a loving family in this life, and people who care about me. I hope no harm comes to them and this story change. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification to know when I upload the next chapter.